darkness is this only place that goes beyond. Still it must go on, as I must explore the darkness, remind to it, even as it tries to consume me. The days are long, the stars are bright, but the darkness follows me home. I set myself and begin to pray to not be engulfed in it. Across the sky, I sling my joystick hard to avoid the laser fire. I weave myself through the stars as I glance at the torn photo on my console. I shed a tear for my family back home. The days are long, the stars are bright, but the darkness follows me home. I set myself and begin to pray to not be engulfed in it. I see a fire dancing across the stars, lighting up the darkness across my screen. The world's below, the stars surround, and yet I'm all alone. I guide my ship and lean a bit as I pull the trigger. As the beams of bright blue light stream from my wings from back behind me, I begin to sweat nervously. My helmet begins to fog as my back gets deeper and my heart beats faster. The darkness pulls at me. The days are long, the stars are bright, but the darkness follows me home. I set myself and begin to pray to not be engulfed in it. In a blast of orange light, I take a deep breath in. Just as quickly as it had appeared, the darkness swallows it whole. I can see of stars and wonder what might have been before their need to end me. Perhaps we even could have been friends. The days are long, the stars are bright, but the darkness follows me home. I set myself and begin to pray to not be engulfed in it. Exploring the darkness of space, it begins to creep into my soul. The darkness destroys man as he goes deeper into it. Loneliness is this only place that goes beyond. Still it must go on as I must explore the darkness, remind to it, even as it tries to consume me. The days are long, the stars are bright, but the darkness follows me home. I set myself and begin to pray to not be engulfed in it. Countdown to this time! We are loving the fuse is about to blow. Just a few seconds to go and we will be live. I love to game and chill. Make entertainment great again, mega. Countdown! Here comes PuddleJumper. We are live. Hang it up. Make entertainment great again. alive and the fuse is about to blow. Just a few seconds to go and we will be live. We love to game and chill. Make entertainment great and mega. Let's go mega. Let's go mega. PuddleJumper is now live. PuddleJumper is now live.
Oh, look at there. We're like, oh crap. Give me just 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I just noticed something and I needed to take care of. I apologize profusely. We're a little late getting started, and then I forget and leave the door wide open. So I've been seeing a lot of Dragon Age news. Well, that makes me happy and concerned. Let's see if we can roll this thing just a little closer. Just a little bit now there, folks. I say. Looks like we got everything just moving a little bit further that way, and I don't want it that way. I want it a little closer to here where you can take a look at me and see me real good. In all seriousness, though, we have got a game that's as much as exciting as it is disconcerting. Say, Puddle, what you talking about? The folks on the YouTubes, they tell me, they say, the game, it got the DEI. That means it's gonna die. It's gonna be like Concord. Could be. Also got folks, though the game is so amazing, it's just, let me get down there and suck the, we're not getting into that kind of language. Y'all don't talk like that. Yeesh, y'all trying to make me do that. But seriously, we have two very different camps, and I want to try and take a Tim Pool approach. I want to be serious. Let's give it a fair shake, and let's see where it shakes out. There's one bit of news that I wanted to put in first and foremost. It's been out about a month or more, and I didn't know till now. The other day, I was looking at Steam and it said, family share available. I said, family share? What? It says Steam Deck certified. I said, what? And without even looking at the news, I knew what that meant. No EA app. EA app is the worst bit of tech that I have ever seen. It has no purpose. Nobody buys crap from it. Why am I subscribed to the EA Play thing? Well, that's fine. That's you. More power to you. There's no need in that thing. There is absolutely no need in the EA app. The EA app is redundant. No one hardly buys games on it. It was Origin, and they were trying to really shoehorn Origin. EA thought they were going to be Steam. Well, what? EA games? We got people who buy the sports games every year. You convince a few people to buy that junk every year. I know. It takes 5 years to get a new game. That's the way it used to be. I don't know how it is now. I haven't played it in 20-something years. No, a lie. At least 13 years. I don't think I've played a football game from EA in 13, 15 years. I've been married 13 years. And I don't think in all the time I've been married, I've had even an urge to play Madden. Every so often I'll get, man, I kind of want my try. How much is it? Oh, wow, $60? $70? I don't need that. Yeah, run on sale every so often, I might get it. But when it goes on sale, I don't. It's not that big a deal. The game should be $20 on average. It's me microtransactions as they got in there. They honestly should just come up with a EA Presents Madden. Get rid of the name. Make it a live service already. Every year you get a new set of players. New stat increases. It could be like Overwatch for football. I'm giving them ideas, Puddle. You're ruining things. Yeah, I am, probably. In all seriousness, though, having the EA app off of Steam requirements for Dragon Age is huge. It means you can play it on the Steam Deck, like they said. It means family share, like they said. Freaking awesome! I would let my family play and use my copy of Dragon Age when I'm not using the computer. Except for I can't. Dragon Age Veilguard, I can. That's great news. Great news! 2 thumbs up. Well, good job, EA. You finally got some sense. You know what they ain't got sense about? Frosty Engine. Frostbite is back. Oh, Lord, I'm going to bite the dust, ain't I? Ugh. Sorry. Frostbite is a piece of crap that is designed for Battlefield. Leave it in Battlefield. And EA is over here still trying to make BioWare make Dragon Age and RPG games inside of Frosty. Frosty is a piece of crap. It's what killed or helped kill Mass Effect Andromeda. The game engine is not built for that. If you don't have an engine, that's fine. Go use somebody else's. But EA is determined that they're going to have the next Unreal. It's unreal. It's unreal. Their expectations are unreal. It's like, what are you thinking? You think you're going to keep forcing your developers to work on this Frosty engine, and one day somebody go, you know what? I was thinking about using Unreal Engine or even Godot or Unity, but you know, that Frostbite, it just looks so good. I think I'm going to have to use my little bit of technical skills, and I'm going to have to develop me a game in Frostbite. Who would do that? The developers of BioWare even crying about it. Yeesh. I've got chat for X open. Hopefully, if somebody says something, I'll be able to see it. Let me try and pop it up. I'm not seeing any chat. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if like nobody's chatting or what. I know I put some messages in there earlier. They're not there, and I cannot, for some reason, Social Ninja is not wanting to bring in X. Well, I don't know. That's just. It is what it is. This is our first time streaming on X in a long time. I don't know if I'll keep doing it. It depends on how this computer handles it today and in the future. We may try and do a little bit of Dragon Age Inquisition gameplay at the end, but like I said, we got a lot to go over. Frostbite being back, being one of them. I did hear them say, confirmation, it's Frostbite engine. And the video we're going to look at in a few minutes, I can look at it and tell if they hadn't said anything. It's Frostbite engine. Their face is tired still. It's so tired. The developers are tired. Everybody's tired. But take Frosty out like all yellow and put it out of its misery. You want to use it for Battlefield? That's fine. Great. I haven't played Battlefield. I've never played a single Battlefield game. It may be great for Battlefield. Guess what it's not great for? Dragon Age. Mass Effect. Dragon Age Inquisition was a great game. No, it wasn't. It was an alright game. I enjoyed it. Mainly because of the story. But there was issues they could have expounded upon. I look back and I think, Dragon Age Origins, I played it so much. Like, I seriously thought about doing some more gameplay of it. And I'd have to do some overhauls and make it work. But we may do that. Great, amazing game I would go back to anytime. Inquisition was pretty good. Dragon Age 2, the combat was the best part of it. The rest of the game, the story was rushed. Everything was rushed. The models were rushed. The world was rushed. The game wasn't finished, and they forced it out. Inquisition, they made them build it in the Frosty engine, and it had issues for it, but it was still a great game. I keep saying a great game. It was like good to great. Good to great. It was in there. I'm replaying it. I'm having fun. But it's what it is. I should probably go through and play some Witcher sometime. I never finished that game. Witcher 3, that is. I beat 2. It's the only one I've beat. And it shows its age at the time, but the story was so good it made it. And it wasn't as buggy. Mass Effect Andromeda come out and it murdered everything. Mass Effect 3 already had the controversial ending that didn't help things. But when Mass Effect Andromeda come out and faces were so tired, the developers looked like they needed to retire. It's not good. Some days I'm like, I want to go back and replay that, make sure I really didn't like it. I'm like sitting here like, it's a game when I try it. I might try and do something on it sometime. It took a pain in the butt to reinstall. So many of these games are not being well kept up. I would have played some StarCraft on channel, but I can't get StarCraft to install and work. I can install it from Battle.net, but it won't work. I keep hoping they'll put it on Steam, and then it'll all of a sudden go to working over there for some reason, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I do see it's on GeForce Now, so maybe I can go over there and it'll work. I don't know. Maybe it's my computer, but when I do a fresh install, something should work. You would think. And it's just only that game and Heroes of the Storm that I have that issue with, so I'm going to lean its own Battle.net. But it could be me. Who knows? Let's get back to Dragon Age, because I can get off on tangents. This is
Dragon Age Veilguard. Comic-Con this past
this is what I'm talking about.
Signing an actual voice actor panel.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
But before we get into it, I want to talk about Spike. For protections against AI and some
okay, let's just go ahead and get this AI business out of the way. AI is here. There's AI content. I've been tinkering around with it. A lot of what you see, including my little Jeff up there, right about down here, just below here, he is AI made. AI image, and then I put a video canvas on it, and then I done some editing, and I made it. I like it. It's okay, Jeff. It's alright. It's not the greatest. 10 years? Yeah, Hollywood's in trouble, because YouTubers are going to be putting out better content than they are. Already turned near that point. But let's see if we can find where they're
and they have been very outspoken of this, who are also striking in solid for a very long time.
I'm not worried about these persons striking.
Fuck AI.
Okay, bad language. Okay, Puddle is trying to cut Puddle's language out and all the cussing that Puddle accidentally throws out there. Puddle, sorry. And then this person goes and drops the F-bomb. F-A-I. You know what? Sometimes you gotta drop a F-bomb. If you feel that way, that's okay. That's cool.
On that
but
note,
that is kind of weird.
From San Diego Comic-Con.
That's just what I'm looking for.
Confirmation again that you won't need an EA app.
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Conservation. No EA app. I'm not worried about all that junk. Is there anything good in here? I done pretty much went through it. I just wanted to show you proof, essentially. Varric, Solus. Okay, so spoiler. For the next at least 10 seconds, if you don't want to be spoiled, do not listen to this, because I done accidentally got spoiled. 3, 2, 1, spoiler time. Apparently, at some point, you get Solus's house in the Fade to use as your skyhold, your base of operations. And apparently, it can either be you're friends with Solus or enemies of Solus and getting it. So I don't know where Solus is during all this, but yeah. So yeah, that's where your base comes from, and that base. Let's get into that right quick in just a hurry. Let's make sure there's no other news, but I'm getting Destiny vibes. Destiny. This game was definitely built on a live service engine. It's designed to be a live service.
Shows the picture of Solus over on the BioWare disc.
And they definitely. All right, I'm done with that. Let me make sure y'all are actually able to hear that.
Conversations and cutscenes. Ashley Barlow also revealed that Veilguard.
Yeah, I wish it would quit moving my stuff around.
This includes the 4 rooks, but it's still a lot. Here's some past Bioware games.
I don't know why they keep moving my stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of dialogue. Is it quality dialogue? I don't know. I'm kind of worried looking at some of the models, looking at some of the animations. It's I see DI, I see low effort, I see greatness. I see all 3. I'm not sure what to think. Do I think it's going to be a Concord? No, I do not think it's going to be a Concord. Could it be a Justice League? It may be. I don't think so. I think it'll be mediocre. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to call the game right now. I'm worried it's going to be mediocre. And I hope it's not. And then I see the combat. Combat ain't too bad what I've seen. The skill tree. I'm not fully understanding it yet. I have not researched enough into it, and they haven't revealed enough to know every little detail to go, okay, well, this is going to be my build right here. No, it's not. I don't know. What I do know is it is way better than the junk we got in any Dragon Age game yet. It's an actual talent tree. Sure enough, it looks like WoW. Well, not quite WoW, but currently WoW has a pretty good talent system, and this is like up here, like, we're going to give you a whole bunch of talent points. I'm like, yes, please let me build and design my character how I want to build. That gives me interest. I think I'm done with this video. I'm not really seeing anything out of it, but I do want to take a look and react mainly to this. I wanted to get that bit out of the way. Steam Deck, family share, your friends, not friends, your family can play this game. Your family in your house, when you buy this game, you don't have to go, I gotta go buy another copy so my wife can play it. Nope. She don't have to play on your account. She can play on her account, and she can share it from yours. Awesome. Great. Every game should be that way. When you buy something, it should be for your family. All this crap, that's the way it used to be. You bought the dang disc, you put it in on the Xbox, you played it, everything was shared. You bought it on the computer, you installed it. Yeah, guess what? You can install it again on the, well, maybe not install it again, but on the same computer, you got the other users that can use it and play it, and, it's not a big deal. They have got everything nowadays where it's just like, how are we going to milk people to the max? People ain't got that kind of money no more. You got to figure out how you're going to make things where families can use and play it, or you're not going to have anything. I'm not going to Steam right now, and there's all kinds of great $30 games I want to play right now, and I haven't even bought them yet. And some of them I haven't had a chance to play them. And they interest me way more than these $60, $70 games they're putting out nowadays. AAA gaming is a crap show at the moment. And I'm going to tell you, what I'm seeing out of BioWare, I'm sitting here going, play The Forest. Almost feel like the models there are a little better in times. What do you mean, Puddle? This is a AAA games company. No. Thing I know is it ain't looking great. Let me show you. Let's take a look at IGN's Mage gameplay.
What's up, everybody? I'm Cat Bailey, and this is our at Dragon Age Veilguard's game.
They're gonna give you an extended look at the Mage gameplay. They're playing a Cunari. Just want you to know that you can play as four races. All 4 races of Thetis are here today. Great! I'm excited. I love playing all the races, and Inquisition crapped on the elf models and the dwarf, especially the dwarf models. Bring back beards. Make beards great again. Yeesh. I want to make a darn dwarf this last time. I was like, oh my god, dwarf warrior, yes! And the beard was ace. It was ace. I'm trying to stop cussing. TV 14 on this, and we are talking about an M-rated game. So if you're gonna get mad at Puddle for using 1 or 2 bad words, then guess what? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's just going to happen. I'm hoping the audio will sound better, by the way. Yesterday streamed, the audio was kind of a little muddied. I took a look at it and I noticed that I didn't have a setting right on this second PC. And I'm currently using it still to stream this just because, well, we're really using both. Just in case we decide to do some gameplay later. It depends on what kind of time we've got. But yeah, this is, I'm thinking from what I'm understanding, this is like our bedroom or our room in Solus's house that we took over. The lighthouse. Not enough cussing. Oh, good. There can always be more cussing. But Puddle's trying to clean things up. It's better for the algorithm, and my son can watch it. Maybe. But there's concern and there's hype. And now, I will say this. I like the UI. Very crisp and clean. Very good. I like this. I'm guessing that's going to be your main quest, and this is going to be a side quest. I like that. That's good. More of that, please. Less of the she, him, it, they, them, truggle. You can't tell they're, you know what, in just a second. You'll understand when you see it in just a moment. I'm saying just enough of this to worry. I want to see this character creator because I am terrified.
Lead developers Corinne Bush and John Epler.
Oh, I love the aquarium, but I love fish. I love watching fish. The saddest day was when we had to get rid of my fish. I was very sad. Very, very sad that day.
And what are we looking at today?
Hey, y'all. So
I like the hair effects. 10 out of 10 compared to Inquisition. I know nothing else about what's going on. The hair could be complete crap compared to the rest of it. But compared to Inquisition, the hair ain't bad. In Inquisition, you were either making a guy or a variant of a guy when it come to the hair. I mean, it was crap. I couldn't get... the hair, I think, in times, and Dragon Age 2 was better. Yeesh. Oh, my cat loved watching the fish. My cat wanted to fish. I like watching the fish. I love the tropical fish, the shine. See, I really like the UI. A lot of this looks good, crisp, clean. Lets you know what's going on. It's great. That's good. And then you do stuff that worries me.
His personal arc to rescue the Griffin's long thought
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The environments look amazing. Please, BioWare, make entertainment great again. Please. Please, we beg you. Just a little taster. Just a little taster. Like, can I play just a little bit? Just a little bit. I'll pause it. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
We're going to take a quick look at the lighthouse base of operations. We're going to head into the crossroads.
Make entertainment great again, folks.
Swamps of Hosberg
The story was what made Dragon Age. It's always made Dragon Age. Origins, if you really go back to Origins, the gameplay really wasn't that great, but the world was very well fleshed out compared to 2. And that's what really made it, was the story. 2, the story was kind of mad, just like 2. 2 was mad. It was unfinished. It was rushed. It was, they rushed the world. They chopped it in half. EA, since they bought them, they've run it into the ground. It's sad. This is the best looking thus far that they've done. This is make or break for BioWare. BioWare doesn't do good here. They don't have a banger. BioWare is dead. They'll go the way of Concord.
That you inherited willingly or unwillingly.
willingly or unwillingly. So you can either be friends or enemies with Solus. You know what? Thank you for giving me the choice, but also thank you for spoiling it. You couldn't just go, hey, this is this really cool place in the Fade that you're gonna eventually get there, and it's gonna be really cool when you find out how. I know it's not completely spoiled, but I mean, you from what I seen at the gameplay reveal or whatever it was, you could have left that out, and I'd been like, is Solus gonna be the good guy or the bad guy? What's going on with Solus? Has he seen the error of his ways? We're going to fight him and them. I mean, still, I don't completely know, but I don't want all them teases.
It is located in the Fade. It's where.
Okay, they're going to tell you in a minute, but you see this light right here? If the light's on in the house, it means that your friends want to talk to you. Part of me is like, that's not bad. Part of me goes, wait a minute. This looks kind of familiar. What does this look like? What does this look like? Oh, it's the Fade, Puddle. It's the Fade. It's the Fade, all right. It's also a hub world. Hub world? Yeah, I'm playing First Ascendant. Or, Destiny. I said it earlier, and I just clear forgot. Seriously, it looks like a hub world. The live service elements are very live in here. They are still there. They're just not on. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not sure yet. We'll know Halloween.
Around your companions as they live there, as they basically spend their arcs in those rooms.
And we see here the glowing light above indicates Davern's ready for us. Let's check in with him.
Davern's ready for us. I think he's got a little sugar in his coffee and tea, and I don't mean the southern kind.
Something wrong?
I like the Griffin.
Place called the Cauldron.
There's something just not quite right. Probably so. It's definitely a pocket dimension, and I'm getting the feeling it's gonna be, if you like Destiny and First Ascendant and other hub world games, you won't have an issue with this game. I don't necessarily mind that, but I'd like to see how it's implemented. What I'm kind of, something is off, and I cannot figure out with this elf. And no, it's not his skin color. I'm not worried about that. It's a freaking elf. Whatever you want it to be, it could be freaking blue. I don't give a crap. There's just something off. I don't know. Yeah, elves should look alien, but they look, maybe, I don't know. Elves, I've always, especially the ones that are all based around Tolkien, which Dragon Age is, they kind of have an ethereal look, but, you know, they're kind of worn down in Dragon Age, or they're supposed to be. They're not the grand race that they used to be. Solus, you know, embodied it. You know, it was kind of a worn down race that used to be better than they were. That's probably what it is. There's the animations, I think, are definitely going to be a lot of Dragon Age, Andromeda. Mass Effect Andromeda. Is that the name of this game, really? Is Dragon Age Andromeda? It could be. I'm afraid you're about to get very, very terrified. If you think this elf is off, wait till you see this Kunari.
Was attacked.
I have played with Kunari. I have fought Kunari. I have played as Kunari. I don't know what this is. I could make some jokes. You're gonna get me canceled. Oh, dear Lord of mercy, what is going on here? I don't know what to say. I'm scared. I still don't know what to say.
Sort of Grey Warden Tavern. It's a secret warden readout. No idea.
The voice acting is not bad. That face, the stuff of nightmares. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It looks like they tried to frou up the Kunari. And they made it look like they belong on the Disney Channel.
Because whatever attack, it sounds like the Gloomhowler.
So earlier in Davern's arc, his nemesis, the Gloomhowler, creature that's been hunting and stalking wardens for quite some time. It's
Gloomhowler, huh? I like as far as the UI update to the conversation wheel. That face, I am sorry, is the stuff of nightmares to me. Y'all may not have a problem with it, but I've played Kunari before, and it looked like they tried to meld the elves and the Kunari, and it come off weird. Like the elf looks, I don't know. Yeah, I hope that you can change it. But then again, I'm not against long elf ears. I play some WoW. I like the long elf ears sometimes. It depends on the game and what I can do with it. This is, I don't know. I want to see the character creator. I am disconcerted.
We've been trying to track it down. Now he's got a lead, so we're going to go find this and go track this thing down.
Now,
okay, just want to go ahead and get this out. I don't know if I talked about this in the last video, but be aware, every Dragon Age before, maybe 2's different. It's been a while since I played it, but I know for sure 1 and 3 at the moment. I have to go back and replay Dragon Age 2, but you always had 4 companions. This is 3. You better get used to getting your trifecta right on your tank, mage, and rogue. Look, I'm sitting here like, so that you mean, bloody, that I can't do me a DPS warrior? You might not want to do it. You might not want to do it. We'll see how it comes, how it works out in gameplay. That's the thing. I feel like Dragon Age in any game like this does better with 4, not 3. 4 companions just feels like you can fill the utility slots that you need better. We'll see. See where this goes.
Davern.
Can I finally get a real healer spells in Dragon Age? That's one thing I do want. I don't know if we're gonna get a hint about that in this one, but I would love that. Better banter with 4. Yeah, definitely so. Because they can play off each other better and all that. It looked like they were trying to tighten everything down and a control scheme, because when you see the control scheme, it's definitely everything's designed around this 2 companion system, very much so. You cannot control the others. I assume if you die, you're dead. In Inquisition, if you died, you could switch over to Iron Bull and get yourself back up. Don't expect that to happen in here. I do not anticipate that to be possible.
He prefers the direct approach. We're going to choose a tough response and see if we can get his approval.
Then let's get rid of it. Had the same thought. What's left of the wardens are still licking their wounds.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's that posture. Every time I've ever seen or played a Grey Warden, there have been bastions of strength. whether they were cowardly little mages who set about to do blood magic in the pursuit of destroying the Darkspawn, or they were great sentinels of strength. Whether they were cowardly, dark, strong men, each and every one of them. And this little dude here, well, they didn't were always men. They were women too. My point being, they were strong of character. They didn't hold themselves. Ugh. Yeah, he looks like he's trying to more like he should be on a street corner. I'll just say that at the current rate.
We handle this alone. Just go to the cauldron and get the griffins back. You have to promise to behave.
I'm excited about the Griffin now. That has me extremely excited. And I hear he actually is built into his abilities and combat system. So that's unique. I could like it. You know, if it looks like each companion has their own unique play style, separate from the player. The others before were, it's just a variant with a different. These are actually going to be different. So that is very intriguing. I'm going to give them a big W there. Possible W. We will not know until October the 31st. That is just short of 2 months away. Might as well say 2 months.
Listen to every word I say. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything dumb. And don't eat any.
I think we get the point.
Oh, God, that face.
Lancet and Remy told me there's a word for the bond between a griffin and Warden moving as one. Turlum. Until Hassan and I have that, I'm supposed to keep him safe.
I have to say that I find the Griffin adorable.
And very importantly, I know this is a question.
You can pet the Griffin. He's the Griffin is the this game's Mabari. This game's Mabari.
Pet Hassan.
Well, thank goodness for that. And all right, what are we going to be doing next?
He's up for this.
All right, we're gonna finish getting this information from Davern on the Gloomhowler, and we'll be off to Hossberg in the Crossroads.
Between Warden and Griffin starts
Oh, crap.
finding faith in each other.
Maybe. I suppose you were born for this sort of fight, boy. No talons and temper.
And a sharp tongue to remind you of it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just the eccentric person at BioWare. Because if this is going to be the example of what we can make in the character creator, I'm going to need mods. Lots of mods really quickly. Scotty, give me more mods. I'm giving her all she's got, Cuppin.
As long as he backs it up.
So I assume that Hassan can be helpful during the gameplay?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, a lot of Davern's abilities revolve around calling Hassan in the heat of battle. I in particularly love when you're going against enemies. You see Hassan swoop down, especially if it triggers a combo between your
I like the look of it, even though it is obviously a hub world. You get the same thing out of you get the same thing out of First Descendant, which I love. I like First Descendant. I like it better in Destiny.
If you see the lights on in a room, companions have something to say. You can see heart.
I could see them try and quickly turn this into an MMO. I see a lot of signs. You know, that BioWare is no longer in charge or doing anything with Star Wars The Old Republic. They gave that over to a secondary company. I think technically EA is still holding everything, but their MMO studio is not doing anything to my knowledge. I don't know about that. We'll find out, do some research there.
Up in that space there. Nev behind you as well, and Belara. But we have a...
I like that. That'll be good not to get lost. My phone's wanting to make all kind of chimes. I'm sorry if y'all hear that.
Ahead of us, we're going to go find the Gloomhowler if we can, and we're going to go through the Crossroads in order to do that. And the Crossroads, if you've played previous Dragon Age games, Trespasser in particular, is a location in the Fade that contains a number of alluvions, allowing you to travel across Thedas in a matter of minutes. But at this point, the Crossroads...
Boys, we're going to the gate room. I'll see you later, Hammond. Godspeed.
Under assault by the other elven gods. It's a dangerous place, and we are going to be in for a bit of a fight.
And this alluvion, the Vera Voss, is the central focus point of the lighthouse. This is going to take us to Solus's pocket area of the crossroads, and it...
Wait. So we're in Solus's house, but Solus's pocket area of the... Makes no sense. Why not just have one place? Then again, I think, from what I understand, this could be something Solus discovered, and then, okay, we'll see where this goes.
Might look a little bit different from what you've seen in Trespasser.
Can you tell us a little bit about the...
Whoa.
And it might look a little bit different from what you've seen in Trespasser.
Okay. So, there is a lot of information, boys. Let me check something. I'm sorry, I thought I had something important. Anyway, so look at this. We're going to the crossroads. Literally, it feels like I'm going to the DHDS Stargate, I might as well say. But it is giving a lot of information. For good or ill. A path emerged from the midst of the Fade leads to the gathering point where all the alluvions meet the crossroads. I'm gonna have to do that. I think I read one Dragon Age book, and that's it. I played the games mostly. Current quest, the Cauldron. Traveling to this quest will take you directly to Hallsberg Wetlands. So you can hit Y to change your party, which means it remembers your party choices you made last time, is what I'm theorizing. I kind of like that, because 90% of the time I'm going to use the same party over and over again. Travel to crossroads, we can hit A. Or we can hit X and we can travel to the tracked quest. It's kind of interesting. This feels more immersive than Dragon Age Inquisition's let's go to the world map, then hit Y, then let's go over here, and then we'll fast travel to that. No, that's it. Yeah, probably more useful, but this feels a little more immersive. So I'll give them that. Points to immersion. I'm going through the Stargate, folks.
Can you tell us a little bit about the role that the crossroads plays in the structure and the gameplay?
Yeah, so the crossroads is, again, it's the area that you spend a lot of time.
Okay, so this is the crossroads. What in the heck are they wearing?
Traveling through as you go from area to area.
This is a mage. Is that a staff? Yeah, that's a staff. I can see it now.
Served as Solus's main base of operations and training ground for his rebellion against the Elven gods. So as you go through it, you're going to find fragments of the past, the things that Solus had done previously that are going to give you a bit of insight into Solus as a character, but also into the Elven gods and their motivations.
Some of my favorite content.
So what I'm hearing is lots of chances to learn all about Solus. Okay, Solus was a good character. I'll give them that. They done a good job with Solus. Let me check. I'm not seeing anything over on X. That's perfectly fine though. This is just our first time out there. I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit more over on X though, folks. If you don't know it, X now has, or Twitter now has, a TV app and looks to be trying to go into competition with YouTube. That's intriguing. See how that works. That could definitely be interesting, to say the least. Sounds like this is, if I had to take a guess, this was part of the world in which the Solus at his rebellion, and then when he split the world, it got split with. I assume. I don't know that. That's my theory. And I may or may not stick with it. We will see. Only time will tell.
Crossroads is these opportunities to actually relive some of the memories Solus had.
Very God of War 2018 feel. Yeah, this game is definitely inspired by it.
During his rebellion, you actually get to take part in this ancient rebellion.
And here we have the Caretaker, a mysterious spirit that was actually here before Solus was, and started to help Solus with his rebellion, but also to turn this into a safe haven for spirits. Again, as I mentioned before, the gods are assaulting the crossroads, so it's no longer the safe haven it once was, but you're going to work with this.
So in other words, they're probably broken out of the Golden City is my theory.
Through quite a large amount of ancillary content to rebuild this into that safe home for these creatures that, if anyone knows Solus, he has a tremendous amount of affection for spirits.
All right, now we're going to get into combat here, and this time we're playing as a mage. Now, mage is one of my favorite classes to play. It's primarily a ranged attacker, and when we're...
Feels very Neverwinter Online, combat-wise. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Looks a lot like God of War. Definitely a lot of God of War inspiration. These aren't Darkspawn, are they?
Storming Darkspawn?
Oh dear God, no! They've ruined the daggum Darkspawn. Why is it each game the Darkspawn get worse? When did Dragon Age Origins come out? What? Google for me now. What the heck are you doing, phone? November 3rd of 2009. It's gotten worse since 2009. Did DEI get the Darkspawn too? I see what they done in freaking in freaking Star Wars Outlaws. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh at it. I'm over here looking at my me moving my face, and I'm sitting here like, Puddle, you almost got to look at Jay Leno looking chin in the video, son. She looks, that lady. They took a beautiful woman from the model. You know, look, nothing I'm looking at. You know, I got my wife. I'm happy. What I'm saying is, she looks like a woman. That model, the voice actress. The lady that they said, sit in this chair and let us get the animations right and all this, and we'll model the character off of you. They took her look and made her look more like Jay Leno than her. Why? The Darkspawn were amazing and different. It wasn't just, oh, it's another zombie. No, it wasn't a freaking zombie. You think it's zombies. I see that in y'all's design. Oh, the Darkspawn are zombies. The Darkspawn are not zombies. They are a more unique horde-like monster. But Puddle, they're zombies. No, they are not. They are literally being corrupted by the blood. But you see, they were corrupted by the blood. Now, the ghouls are more like the zombies. You can turn into a ghoul. The daggum Darkspawn are freaking birthed. The first game was so freaking dark. If I went into the lore and everything of the Darkspawn and the darkness there, this stream would be TVMAR. It would be beyond MA and it would be beyond R. It is very dark. When you go to the deep roads in Dragon Age Origins, if you pay attention to a certain scene, you go, oh my word. It's dark. And then I'll see this stuff, and it's like freaking, let's just turn them into zombies. Why? You're cheapening your own product that you've already made. You already made the designs. Just slight upgrade. You don't need to redesign it every time.
You really need to use a variety of strategies.
See, it's like...
to control the battlefield. I'm going to use my heavy charged attacks to knock down these ghouls, get them out of the way. And of course, Darkspawn are vulnerable to fire. So we made sure to equip our fire staff, have our fire abilities on hand.
You may notice something about the Darkspawn too, that they look a little bit different than they have previously. And
we noticed
because Gillinane, who has always been focused on using the Blight as essentially a crafting material, a way to alter life itself, has been enhancing and changing these Darkspawn as part of her army.
At least you're giving me a story reason. You're better than Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition, I guess. I heard there's a story thing to it. But I'm still like, yeah. I don't want to know what the we got blocked out. Yeah, that staff does not look the greatest. I mean, that does not look like a mage staff.
The role that plays in the actual.
So let's look at the combat wheel here. It looks like a lot of definitely action-oriented combat. There's going to be a lot of combo opportunities. You see this right here. You're going to have to queue up and be very tactical in your combat. I kind of like that, to be honest. So like I said, it's not all doom and gloom. I'm not like going, oh, this game's going to be awful. This game could be good. It could be great. I see a lot worrying me, though. We'll see. We'll see.
Combat?
Yes. So the combat system in this game, the deep strategy behind it is really to manage the various abilities your companions and Rook have in concert. So in this case,
I probably shouldn't have popped that one up.
Opportunity with Shred. It's going to apply the sundered effect and deal a high amount of stagger. Now you'll notice I can combo that with Rook's ability Spirit Bomb. That's going to cause a detonation combo.
So
nice. Okay, that looks fun.
The terrain here is it's very snowy, very mountainous. The Crossroads is a realm that reflects the waking world. In this case, it's an amalgamation of all the real worlds.
Just like my freaking theory, the Fade areas are just like representation of the real world in some degree. Probably at some point was the real world and got ripped apart. The action wheel doesn't look bad, but at the same time, I'm sitting here like, I still want to be able to control the companions.
Tied to it in the case, we've got Hosper, we've got other mountainous regions, so it's kind of this
like some sort of
swamp and
ultimate there or something.
Towards these alluvians, the architecture around them very clearly reflects what's on the other side. We're not going to spoiler and tell you exactly what's on the other side, but you maybe make a few guesses based on what you're seeing.
Do I have to do the crossroads, or can I just fast travel right through?
So it depends how you progress through the game. The first time
It's been a while since I've read the lore, but I'm vaguely familiar with it.
To get there. Subsequent times, we of course support fast
Enough to know what's going on.
It behooves you to actually go back
Vaguely. It's been a while since I played it.
The deepest secret.
It's been a while since I played a lot of it. I'm trying to refresh myself with the playthrough on the channel ahead of the new game, but I am definitely aware of the game. I don't know what I'm torn. I like and I don't like. I know I'm not gonna play that particular player character model. I know that.
Lie with
I will not do that.
In Hossberg Wetlands, it's an area that has been almost completely consumed by the blight. The Grey Wardens have set up an outpost here. Again,
So do we got to use the crossroads to navigate ourselves through the world? So the elves use the alluvians to cross great distances, where they don't have to go over the overworld, and the dwarves have the deep roads to do it. Gotcha. It's like, I feel like they had a war at some point, and from what I remember the lore, I think they did.
and you know anything about the Grey Wardens?
The Titans.
Anywhere they see it, and they're noticing something strange is going on here. The blight is not behaving as they expected to, and as it historically has. So they've set up shop in this place called Lavendale, and you are here to work with them, help them out, and help them find an answer to the questions about the blight that they're asking.
Tell me a little bit more about this area. It looks a little bit like a hub where you can get a lot of quests and things like that.
That's right. So here we find one of the bases of the Grey Wardens. So you'll see they've really built up a small fighting force here to hold off the Darkspawn. What's more, the Grey Wardens are a faction we're going to be working with throughout the game. We've got Holden, one of the Grey Warden quartermasters.
Okay, so I'm not sure if it's in this video, but there's one way you're gonna be capped on your weapons and the gear's abilities until you upgrade the shops. Upgrading the shops will upgrade your abilities and your access to other gear. Is what I'm understanding.
We're actually going to upgrade his shop and see what items he has in store for us, see if maybe it gives us an edge in combat.
And the Grey Wardens, much like the other factions, they understand the stakes of the gods being out.
So when you buy stuff, you like change your current gear? You upgrade it? Is that what we're doing here? Is that how the shop works? We're not buying actual gear, we're like upgrading it?
They want to help you, but you need to help them first. They have, again, as Kryn mentioned, they're holding off the Darkspawn here. They have other priorities, so getting them more powerful allows them to more meaningfully contribute to your fight against the Elven gods.
So where are we going now?
Okay, I like that. Dragon Age Inquisition, I enjoyed it, but it was way too bright. This looks dark. There's a dark fantasy. Let it be dark. Let it be dark when it can be dark. We are perfectly fine with that.
All right, so we're heading out of the Grey Warden Fort.
Alright, so we're heading out of the Grey Warden. Dude, please switch to sweet tea and not whatever you own. Dragon Age Inquisition weapons look good again? Or Dragon Age weapons in general? Yeah, I'm not a fan of whatever that mace is.
Fortress into the small town of Lavendale.
Staff
Now,
or whatever.
This used to be a beautiful place full of life, flowers, and you
And then the blight happened. Did I get it right? Do I get a cookie?
can see what effect the blight has had. But the residents
Good.
here, they're trying to make the most of their lives, and you can see there's plenty of opportunity.
The blight is supposed to poison the land, the people, the everything. It's like nuclear. It's like magical nuclear. Imagine if you took nukes and made it, took magic and made it have that particular magic be similar to nukes and like the radiation and the poisoning of the land and what it does to the people. It's like that. But it twists everything into dark variants.
Opportunities to help them.
Now I'm beginning to wonder if the blight is nothing more than just magical nuclear radiation. What kind of dark magic were the elves doing?
In fact, we're going to quickly check in with Finn the physician and see what he has in store for us.
So Flynn, again, one of the focuses of this game is characters, not causes.
How?
I've been busy with patients, but I'm short on medical supplies. My mentor, Oscar.
The hinterlands?
He should have some. He has a cabin outside the village. If you're out there, tell him you saw Flynn, and they could use his help.
And Flynn is a warden who you will do quests with. We wanted to make sure that the side content of Dragon Age Veilguard felt as...
Oh, I love the water animations and reactions. That's pretty awesome. Look at that as we go. I'm not understanding. I'm sorry.
As meaningful and tied to the overall conflict of the game as anything else you do. We don't want you to...
Did you mean BOD or BOD?
Everything needs to feel meaningful.
Or bad?
To your fight against the gods, or contributing to the growth of your companions and the factions that you need at your side.
So basically, you're gonna have to amass power and become stronger. Does that mean what? I don't know exactly. We'll see. Nod. Okay, I got you. I see where you're supposed to hit.
To stop the gods.
You look a bit worried.
We're not sure where some of our wardens are. Beckett and a few others. We're supposed to...
I like that. That is good armor design. Look at that. Look at that! The character model here is like the best I've seen thus far. Look, the hair looks good. The face looks good. There's no DI detection in this image, except for over here, and don't look at that monstrosity! The mace is just bad. It's nothing to do. Well, if you like it, you like it. I'll give them that. Okay, if you like the mace is okay. If you don't like the mace, you're gonna like it. Not everybody's gonna like the same weapon. There's a reason why they make them different. But oh, goodness gracious.
Check in. We need to look out for each other more than ever. It's just, I know they took Weisshaupt hard, and I hope they're okay.
All right, so we picked up a couple of quests in Lavendel, but we're here to help Davrin. So we're gonna make our way through the perils of Hosberg and try to get to this Warden Fortress of the Cauldron.
Traps.
Seeing a lot of kind of organic matter. I suppose that's the blight.
Absolutely. So the blight at this point, as mentioned before, the wardens understand it's changed. It's become a lot more organic, a lot more alive. You're back in Dragon Age 2, Inquisition, Origins. The blight, while it was a slow-moving wall, it didn't have this almost sentience, this almost thought behind it. And obviously, we've talked about how the gods that are
Doom.
out are blighted. That probably has something to do with it, and it's made this area far more dangerous than it would have been before.
I would say because the elven gods are partly the source of the blight, therefore, yeah, it's going to get worse.
And you might notice as we get into combat with some of these dark spawn that they do look...
What have you done to the ogres? Who approved this?
A bit different than before, and that's very intentional. Gillenane, the god of monsters, she uses blight like a medium to sculpt and warp the darkspawn to...
Like I said, I kind of like that explanation, but I mean, still, the original was so good, so good. Oh, sorry, it looks like I'm playing with my hair, and I'm playing with a cable. I don't get stuck on this chair.
Bidding to suit her purposes.
So
This is our drain attack? Shimmer?
One with some pretty disgusting growth on it.
Armor protects enemies from most damage, deal bonus damage, and breakthrough. Sort of reminds me of... I know it's not quite the same, but Space Marine had a mechanic where you kind of weaken enemies, and then you would like hit a button and you would like do a massive kill on them, and that's how you regenerate health. And I think it's going to be in the second game. It's releasing, should be this week. We're going to have to move that slightly that way. Whatever, I can deal with that later. OCD, Puddle, OCD. But yeah, it sort of reminds me of that, vaguely. I'm not sure.
It's back. Again, the idea that the Darkspawn and the Blight is an organic weapon. They're not just going out and, you know, making swords, making armor.
It's not the worst ogre they've had, but it ain't no Dragon Age Origin.
They're using the Blight to augment themselves so they can more effectively defeat you and also give the gods
It's
the
with
world
that face.
All right, now I'm actually going to switch to my Orb and Dagger on the Mage, and those of you that were fans of the Knight Enchanter in Dragon Age Inquisition, you might feel right at home with this. This is a more melee-focused, more agile version of the Mage.
Melee Mage.
The main mechanics here is you can use this Elemental Orb to apply stacks of elemental damage to the enemy, and then unleash them with your dagger to detonate them.
Okay.
So,
like a faster paced, quicker, more visceral combat system versus a staff.
You'll notice that there are Blight pools. The Darkspawn aren't just coming out of nowhere. The Blight is spawning them. Again, part of Gilnenane's attempt to turn this into an army for the gods is to use these Darkspawn, not just, again, whereas you have the Venatori and the Antam, one case representing magical power, in the other case representing physical strength, the Darkspawn are representing overwhelming force.
You know what? I'll give you that. And considering they're based on the Kunari, yeah, that makes sense. It looks better than what they used in Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition models. I hated those. So I would put this, like, of the 3 versions of Darkspawn ogres we've had thus far, I would put it as second, beneath the OG Dragon Age Origins ogre. It was monstrous as all get out. The same time, sounds like they no longer need brood mothers. I'm sitting here like, that's half the lore that made it so dark. Please don't wokeify this and change your lore just to satisfy a few whiny babies online. If they don't want to play the game, let them go play something else. There's a reason why Dragon Age Origins has looked so fun lately, and it ain't because of all the puppies and flowers.
That was a pretty clutch heal a little earlier, by the way.
You know, we've talked at length before that our fans have asked us, where is the healing magic? Can you bring it back? And Nev, in this game, happy to oblige with a kit of healing spells.
Healing spells. I was just asking for that earlier.
The interesting thing that I love about our companions is each of them, their abilities, the way that they're built, they're very thematically appropriate to the character. They're very focused on making sure that the gameplay and the narrative are as closely aligned as possible.
All right, I'm yawning.
In the case of Nev versus Vlar versus Amrik, our mages, each of them has a healing ability that is thematically appropriate to them. It makes sense when you know them as a character.
Watching you play, I'm struck by sort of the size and...
So you're still collecting materials to craft with. You notice that, right? As he's playing through, he's still doing it.
the scope of this particular area, it seems like there's a lot of exploration.
We can still jump.
Here.
That was really one of our goals.
Confirmation. I don't know where I heard it from. It may have been this going through quickly, but I heard you can transmog.
With these areas, of course, we are a mission-based game, but we really emphasize player autonomy. You can revisit these spaces. They're full of secrets, puzzles,
Lyrium dagger,
some pretty incredible bosses and treasure, and of course, as we saw earlier in Lavendel, some really narratively rich side quests.
One thing that's interesting is you'll find we're going on a quest for Davern, but Davern is not currently in our party. That's because Davern has gone ahead of us and is waiting for us at the cauldron. This is, again, we want the followers, the companions, to feel like they have autonomy, and while they won't complete the quest on their own, they will go ahead and get things ready. So when you get there, you can you talk to them, you'll have a conversation with them, and it feels like they're as invested in the success of their journey, their stories, as you are.
This looks like a pretty contiguous zone, is that right?
It is, yes. So it's full of branching paths, different areas to explore. And what I love is the more content you do in the area, the more shortcuts you're going to discover. You're really going to have a lot more flexibility in how you...
So definitely gameplay and world, everything sounds like God of War 2018 inspired. Yeah, I think the Lyrium Dagger is going to be more like a MacGuffin, like the anchor from Dragon Age Inquisition. I think the classes are distinct, but I think you can do very, very, very varying degrees of lot of variance in it is what I'm trying to say in the gameplay style. Dragon Age Inquisition had, this is your skill tree, this is your other skill tree, this is the other one, this is this, and you could go through this. You can go through this. This one, if they show it, is like, I think Path of Exile has something similar, where you start at one point and you branch out into this ether, and you want to work towards a certain point. But yeah, it's different. It's not bad. It's better than it's better than what Dragon Age, as far as skill tree, is better than Dragon Age Origins or any of the others. So the skill tree I'm very happy with.
What's really interesting too about the way that our team has built these spaces is there's the idea of each space has its own story to tell. And while those quests, you know, we talked earlier about those quests and side quests being narratively relevant, they also contribute to a more of a meta story about the space itself. So in the case of Hosberg, we talked about how this is an area surrounded by blight, and you're kind of getting to the center of what exactly is going on in Hosberg and Lavendel, and these quests that you do and the content Corinne is currently engaged in helps to tell that story.
I got a little blink.
All right, we can see our companions are up here attacking this dark spawn on their own. Let's give them a quick hand.
What is that?
All right, I love positional gameplay, making use of the environments to your advantage.
And I just saw that you could do a takedown move, so it's kind of a finishing move.
Just like with Space Marine, like I mentioned earlier, like I thought they were talking about.
You can. Now, in this particular build, I'm really focused on using necromantic energies to siphon life force. But if I, for instance, wanted to go the stagger route, I could go a full takedown build if I like. It's a really...
you can really customize your gameplay how you want it, essentially. It's not bad.
Powerful, heavy-hitting style of gameplay.
All right, so you'll notice Davern is waiting for us, so let's go see what he has to say. The sun flies in.
Yeah, a bad day at the cauldron.
What could do that?
And what have they been hiding inside?
So something tore through the gate. That's probably not great. Looks like we should probably get moving.
I do think the wheel looks better this time, but it's still about the same wheel, just new UI.
We won't find out standing around here.
That face is awful. I like the armor sets better.
So So because we don't have Davin in our party, he's going to move ahead and wait for us while we bring Nev and Harding along to clear a path for ourselves to find Davin and get to where he is.
Yeah, definitely MacGuffin to get through the world, essentially. Valerium Dagger is use the Force, Luke. Yeah, that's about right. Let's keep it going.
Can you talk a little bit about how Nev and Harding sort of synergize during the combat?
Climb, just like Dragon Age.
So Nev and Harding, Nev is a mage, Harding is a
Rogue.
And each of the classes, and you can build a party entirely of one class if you want, but the idea is that the classes synergize and they can set up and detonate each other's abilities in a very interesting way. Now, because you have a lot of freedom in how you build your character, you can, again, as said, you can have...
Sorry, I've been up since
all mage party, all warrior party. And
just before 2 this morning. I woke up late.
Nev and Harding are very effective at setting up and detonating, in this case, as Corinne's going to show.
So we're in danger.
All's combat in the wheel.
About the tactical layer of combat. If you get in that clutch situation where you've got this devastating incoming attack, great time to pause gameplay, weigh your options, and in this case, I'm going to go back to our combo here and see if I can just quickly get out of the way.
Okay.
All right.
Nice, nice.
You can see I've applied siphoning to these enemies, so I'm actually going to be leeching their health.
I like that crystal dagger spell.
Now you'll notice there's blight boils throughout the area, and that's part of our philosophy on the combat encounters. If I don't destroy these blight boils, ghouls are going to continue to emerge.
You talking about the thing with the big forearms? I don't know. Like, they're definitely different. The fact that ghouls are coming out of the blight boils is just kind of like, what? I always understood that the ghouls were essentially people who were turned by the taint, but it's what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, they're doing a lot of... Well, no, you're not in the Fade here. You went through the Fade to get to this place.
So I'm really focused on what targets do I take down first.
This is somewhere in the world that they've that's under attack.
My companions focus on them while I deal with this grenadier that's given me some problem.
Yeah, I will say, and that's no, I'm not on the stick. Corinne is.
I like that the way he's doing the status effects and the UI. A lot of valuable information coming out of it. So that looks good. That looks good. Definitely very action-oriented combat style. I like that. Like it a lot. Let's see what else we can find out.
Much better at this game than I am, and
you say that?
Ooh, about died.
Yes, 100%. But each enemy, again, really leaning into the organic. What I love about the Grenadiers is they basically rip off pieces of themselves and throw them at you, which explode as blight. And again, really leaning to the idea that the blight is organic and disgusting.
Okay. The blight was always organic and destructive.
Encounters can get pretty intense. You end up fighting a lot of different enemies. You can absolutely die if you're not careful.
Yes, and this, as we mentioned earlier, this is well into the game. So combat counters have really ramped up. And it really shows the importance of positioning, using your companions wisely, and looking for those synergies and combos.
I don't know how you're still alive. He's dead.
This is interesting. We just went down. We've built our companions to be able to come to our aid. So we're actually going to use a revive here. And Nev to the rescue.
And as Corinne mentioned, this is later in the game. And Hossberg itself is what I would consider a later game area. And the encounters are a little bit more challenging. It's a more dangerous space. This shows up in the encounters, but it also shows up in the visuals, the storytelling here. This is a place that you don't want to be. You don't want to be in Hossberg. It is full of darkspawn, full of blight, and generally not a pleasant place to be.
Okay.
Well, we'll be able to explore more of the Cauldron when Dragon Age Veilguard comes out on October 3rd.
Yeah, if you don't have a way to revive, when you die, you hit that menu, it's over with.
31st. In the meantime, we are going to...
They had it spec'd out where they could revive.
IGN first coverage of Dragon Age for the rest of September, and for everything that's great about games and our people.
A big on IGN, but that means that we get more Dragon Age stuff put out. So we'll be keeping a check on that and see how that goes. I thought about playing some Dragon Age Inquisition after this stream. To be honest, I'm an hour and a half in. I'm extremely tired, and I am going to take a rest in a second. So there will be no Dragon Age play as of now. We might do a stream later. We will think about it. It depends on how I feel. My son's going to be home in 30 minutes. I'll see, or 40 minutes. I'll see how I feel then. We might try and do some sort of stream. A lot of useful information. A lot of concern. A lot of excitement. A lot of questions that need to be answered. And this has been our discussion on Dragon Age Veilguard. Remember what I said at the beginning of the stream. It will be Steam Deck compatible, and it will have family share play. So, yeah, you can play with your family, or your family can play with you. Well, I may not with you, but you can share it with them so they can play it when you're not playing Steam. But if you're playing Steam, they can't play it at that time. So keep that in mind. And I think we're going to end the stream right here. I'm still working on overhauling my scenes and stuff and getting this new style going. Really didn't want to. I like my old style, but whenever I use the old style, PC performance go. Nope. Okay, we're going to do something a little more optimized. So we're coming with this. Works good. Looks good. I think it looks good anyway. Y'all may not like it. I don't know. It looks like a lot going on. I know. But I need to do something with Dead Space. And we come up with this. So this is what we got. Looks a lot more animated than what we had. And it is more performance friendly. Don't ask me how. Do not ask me how. All right. Let's end this thing. If you would, please hit like, share, subscribe wherever you are on platforms. I believe Twitch needs a good old follow if you want to follow the channel. YouTube needs a good old subscribe. And if you would, hit like on both of those. Also, if you're over on X, don't forget to follow me. It's ITZPuddleJumper. And don't forget to hit that like button and share this thing out on the social medias. Thank you for watching. And have a great and wonderful day. I'll go get some rest. I've been up since before 2 a.m. this morning. I'm tired.